Taking steps to reduce the budget shortfall. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me this hour is Pennsylvania State Representative Chris Ross. Thanks for being with us.
Good to be back, Jill.
We're talking about a budget shortfall. The estimate's $4 to $5 billion. But when we talk about a budget shortfall of that size, where do you start in this budget process?
Well, obviously, we're going to hear from the governor. He gets to make a presentation on the 8th of March, and he's going to explain how he sees this. But he's set some parameters out for us already that he does not intend to raise taxes or fees this year. And we know that we have somewhere around a $4 billion shortfall on a $28 billion budget. And there's certain kinds of expenditures we absolutely have to make. We have to meet our debt payments. We have to make sure that we take care of little old ladies in nursing homes, as I like to point out. We're not going to throw them out on the street. So we're going to have to make some really difficult choices and take very substantial money out of a budget which was already significantly cut over the last 2 years as we went into the recession. Now we're going to be without the federal monies, over $2 billion that are going to wind up making this problem worse, and all the one-time monies, the rainy day funds and so forth, have been used already. So now we're really getting to the point where some very tough decisions are going to have to be made. And I know, and all of us know, regardless of which particular decisions the governor makes, there's going to be a lot of pain and suffering out there.
So let's talk about what could happen internally and some of the steps that could potentially happen to reduce costs internally in different departments. What can be done in that capacity?
Well, what I'm hoping to do is to mitigate the pain as much as possible. And one of the first places to look is to go back to the people that are actually receiving the money and spending it and ask them, first of all, where are places where you can see us being able to reduce costs from your own experience of having to administer these programs. Sometimes we continue to do things in the way we always have just because there's momentum behind it. Well, now we have a moment to actually stop and think about what we're doing and ask the people internally within the department, or perhaps those that we're hiring to deliver services such as social services, human services, what are the rules that they're struggling with that waste money or cause them to drive the cost up unnecessarily and don't actually provide the service correctly and as efficiently as possible.
So you would look internally but also to third-party providers as well?
Absolutely. I mean, we clearly have departments, including the legislature, where we're spending money directly on state employees, and those departments are going to have to make substantial cuts. We're already looking internally in the legislature at how we spend money and how we might be able to cut back. But then we also hire other people, nursing homes being a good example, where we deal with people that are on Medicaid. A lot of other kinds of social service agencies that help us take care of the people that need to be taken care of. And I think we need to go to them and say, what are the rules? School districts is another example where we're spending state dollars, and in some cases, if we take back those state dollars but give them a bit more flexibility to deliver the services more efficiently, we might be able to save some money and reduce the pain there.
What about the idea of mandates? Many mandates are in place for reasons of environmental protection or child protection. Can they be addressed in a way where we still have protections in place, but maybe some of the regulations are eased during economically challenging times? Absolutely.
Some of the mandates are there, as you point out, for protection or for also making sure that the services are delivered correctly and not money isn't being stolen. And so we're going to have some review and some mandates still. But we should look at each one of these and see if we can meet the underlying intention of the mandate at the same time as actually delivering that service a little more efficiently and do it with less time, less bureaucracy, and in a simpler way.
And we just have a few seconds left, but there was a campaign pledge for no new taxes or increased fees. Will that hold during this budget process?
Well, I think so far that's his intention, so we will probably expect that. But I think each of us individually is also going to have to look at our needy neighbors and try and figure out how we might be able to take care of them beyond the governmental side of things. We used to have that as a standard for the state before.
Thanks so much. We've been talking with Representative Chris Ross. I'm Jill Horner.